All right, so next on our rotator cuff, we looked at the supraspinatus, which is above the spine. You can feel that bony ridge of your shoulder blade, the spine of the shoulder blade, and the piece of meat that sits right in there is your supraspinatus, and you could feel it as you abduct your arm, right? Now we're going to drop right down below the spine to the infraspinatus, right? And you see where it attaches in the shoulder blade itself, right under that spine. And then it attaches to the back of the humerus. So all of these muscles are designed to kind of reach out off your shoulder blade, grab your arm bone, and pull it in so that it could rotate in the socket quite readily and not be, pulled by one direction or another. So the balance of these 4 rotator cuff muscles is really essential. The infraspinatus, a lot of times you can get like a little pinky ball in there right under the spine, and it's often quite tender because it's being strained a lot by the fact that that pec minor is pulling the shoulder blade forward and then making this muscle have to do, a slightly inappropriate action. But what it really should basically do is just take the long bone of your arm and rotate it back. Okay, and there are a couple other muscles that help with that, but also that needs to be counterbalanced by muscles that can internally rotate it. And as we've already said, if the shoulder girdle, collarbone, and shoulder blade are in a funny place, then that offsets all the muscles that are now trying to get to the arm correctly. And people say, oh, my shoulder hurt, my shoulder hurts, my shoulder hurts. And if you get a pinky ball into that infraspinatus muscle, it helps. It just helps everybody. It's the same with this pec minor. We were like, everybody needs to open that, but also everybody needs some deep massage and some deep release in the back of the rotator cuff so that the shoulder can rest, right? So I would, highly suggest maybe playing with what it feels like when your pec minor is still tight to do these movements, lying down and opening the pec minor and doing these movements, and then maybe in addition, a little pinky ball or some kind of a massage tool. You can lean up against the wall and do it, or you can lie on your back and do it, and then seeing how much freer a shoulder joint could feel as well as a shoulder girdle, and maybe a sense of understanding the placement of the whole thing in all the exercises we have to do in Pilates that, either have the arms down, but they're in a funny place, or we're moving them and we're missing the kind of rhythmical sequence there. So, 2 of our rotator cuff muscles, and then we'll look a little further. Cool.